3DO.
Hey gang, welcome to another fun-filled and action-packed issue of the PlayStation Underground CD magazine.
Maggie, what's with the outfit?
What? It's our holiday issue. I just thought I'd wear something a little more festive.
Oh, I see. And here I thought you were planning a pre-dawn raid on the citizens of Whoville.
Whatever, Ebenezer. Just because I'm the only one around here with any holiday spirit.
Fine. Continue, please.
As I was saying, we've been doing tons of globetrotting to pack a lot into issue 3.4. First, we headed back to Japan for the official unveiling of the next generation of PlayStation. You're finally gonna get a chance to see what this incredible hardware can do. Then we took a bite out of the Big Apple with Jammer Lammy's band Milk Can at their premiere party at the famous New York club, The Roxy. After that, it was off to Los Angeles where we spent a few days hanging out with the creators of CTR, Crash Team Racing, and Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Wait till you see how these guys spend their free time. What holiday would be complete for any gamer without some new games for their library? So stop by the vault and sample some hot new demos before filling out your wish list. Oh yeah, we've added a few new features and surprises to this issue, so check it out!
Oh, you mean like your nifty new outfit?
Did I mention that I'm your secret Santa this year?
What? It's just a little joke.
Yeah, very little. Hey gang, since you have to get your holiday shopping done anyway, don't forget to drop by the Threads area and pick up some new stuff, like this Gran Turismo 2 watch or this Jammer Lammy signature tee. Happy holidays, and I'll see you next issue!
Studio.
missing the impossible shot.
What's 10 times more powerful than any console out there now? What plays DVD movies? And what works with your current PlayStation games and lets you use your existing controller, memory card, and other licensed Sony peripherals? If you haven't heard by now, it's PlayStation 2 coming to North America in the fall of 2000. How's it changing games? We sent a team to Japan for a closer look. Keep in mind that we're giving you sneak previews of games that are very early in development. This game is called Bouncer from Square. It's not a rendered CG movie, it's someone playing in real time. The PS2 is able to crunch millions of numbers and render all these details on the fly. Check out the fire and the spraying water. They're made up of thousands of particles. Never before could so many particles be on screen at once, offering a new level of realism. This is Namco's Tekken Tag Tournament. The models are more complex than ever before. The blades of grass can move individually in the wind. Watch how the light moves across the stone. You can't do this without substantial computing power. In Dark Cloud, an RPG from Sony Computer Entertainment, hair and cloth can move subtly. The main character builds a village on the fly. All kinds of new gameplay are possible. In A-Train from ArtDink, you build cities and then manage their railroad systems. PlayStation 2 gives this 6th version of the game the fastest action ever, with more trains and full 3D for the first time. A new DualShock 2 analog controller comes with the PlayStation 2, and it does something really cool. It registers not just which button you push, but how hard you push it, to 256 levels of pressure sensitivity. In Gran Turismo 2000, that means more sensitive acceleration and braking. You can push the edge of the car's performance with greater precision. The controller also affects games like the new Ninja Gaiden title coming from Tecmo.
If you press lightly, the ninja throws his star short. If you press hard, he throws it far. How hard do you want to punch? How high do you want to jump? I just love all the new control the DualShock 2 allows.
We switch now to the battlefields of 16th century Japan. It's Kessen from Koei. The East takes on the West in a historic struggle for the fate of the country. You control as many as 200 troops on screen at one time. The game's producer explains what's happening.
We use what we call agent technology. When you move a group, its members are aware of each other and act individually, adjusting to what others are doing around them. The result is very lifelike. The new console also makes it possible for characters to express emotion. I've dreamed of this for 20 years, that the power of games could be combined with the grand sweep and emotion of movies. The time has come for this game.
Hundreds of companies worldwide have signed on to explore technical and creative power that no one's ever had before. We can't predict what games will look like, but we can commit to helping you as a PlayStation Underground subscriber try them first. It's not a bad way to be starting a new century. If you could have any sort of cool 3D object on your PlayStation made to order, what would it be? A car of your own design? A robot? A weapon? Something else? Tell us and you might be able to see your idea turned into a full 3D object that you can rotate using your controller. This is for an upcoming feature called CG Design or Computer Graphic Design. We'll choose some subscriber ideas and model them to show you how it's done. Just send us a sketch of what you'd like to see or a written description. Choose anything 3D except a human character, which takes a very long time to model. If your idea is chosen, you'll get a PlayStation Underground t-shirt as well as 15 minutes of fame when your name appears in the magazine. Check the rules for submitting, and good luck! It's called Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. But don't expect your standard sequel to Spyro the Dragon. This is completely different and way more challenging. Here's what the developers at Insomniac Games showed PlayStation Underground in an exclusive tour.
For Spyro 2, we really kind of threw away all the rules and we learned that it's okay to be crazy. Spyro 1 was all about collecting objects. Spyro 2 is all about completion.
Thank you, Spyro. Now I can put my friend back together.
So in every level, whereas in Spyro 1 you just did the same thing, in Spyro 2 you're now doing at least 3 very different things from each other.
We have what we call talisman challenges and orb challenges. The talisman challenges are more straightforward. They are required to complete a level. Orb challenges are more difficult, they're off the main path, and they're something that the hardcore players can really sink their teeth into.
We added about 40 mini-games. Saving the little cavemen from the giant lizards is the hardest puzzle. Even experienced gamers need 10 or 15 tries.
They all have that kind of addictive quality where it's, okay, just one more try and I'll get it. These challenges give Spyro 2 a much greater depth and creates more variety than Spyro 1 ever had.
The game has so many new features that we asked team members to pick out their favorites.
I really like how Spyro can swim now. The way that he dives down, it's very natural, and I love it that there is no breathing gauge or anything like that. You can just keep down there and enjoy the ambiance, and I love it how he can just shoot out of the water.
We also have Super Shot, which is a targeting mechanic that Spyro uses in the game. He gets it through power-ups, and it's great. It's like having a shoot-'em-up type game in Spyro.
In Spyro 2, the bosses are big. They're badass. Can I say badass? They're badass.
This game has over 100 brand new characters, so that players will feel like they've entered a brand new world.
I love the hockey. The ice skating, hockey just, it was just kind of a little novelty idea. We'll put hockey in the game. And it worked. I've seen people in the office play it and just, hockey, I want to play more hockey.
And play they did. To take a break, artists took on programmers in a game of broomball. One employee comments on the spirit in the company.
Completely accepting group of people here. There's a lot of courtesy. Everybody's very courteous to everybody else. There's a lot of respect here, and it's very refreshing.
On the ice, the group found out that sitting at a computer for months takes a toll on athletic performance.
Okay, this is where you want to hit it in. Oh, what a... We want to hit it in.
We're trying!
I know.
Score!
The game turned out to be a tie, with only little bloodshed. We had a couple final questions for the team. Is one of them most like Spyro?
That's Chuck.
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 He is so positive about everything.
And no matter what you say to him, he just keeps coming back for more. In case you're wondering, I'm Chuck, and I'm honored, and I'm equipped, and talk amongst yourselves. So thank you. Good night.
Is there a team member most like Ripto?
Well, I'd say everybody has their moments of being like Ripto, certainly myself included.
I would say Oliver Wade.
Oliver.
Oliver. He was sort of designed based on me. I guess a lot of the designs that I do look like me anyway. You just put a lot of yourself into them. But wanted someone with a real fiery temper.
I hate dragons!
Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. It's a whole new gameplay experience as fresh and surprising as the people who made it.
Feel my wrath.
If you think you've seen it all in video games, you probably haven't been here yet. In North America, there are over 650 PlayStation titles, but in Japan, a larger percentage of the population plays video games, and they support over 2,000 titles. That means that there are all types of games you probably haven't seen before. Here are just a few of them for you to check out. Interactive dramas are like soap operas on your PlayStation. You don't drive the characters, you just watch, and make the occasional choice, and then reach for your hanky. Parappa the Rapper started a craze. There's a whole new genre called rhythm action games, with more titles than you can shake a stick at. Or whatever else you're into shaking. The next time you're stuck in traffic, entertain the people around you with this. It's called Car Hop Dancing. A PlayStation game helps you get your moves together. Trucking in Japan is different. Drivers get to tattoo their trucks with custom decals. This game lets you race and win money to pay for fancier designs, so you can have the hottest looking rig on the road. Is there a title that you'd like to see imported? Contact the PlayStation Imports department at these addresses and put imports on the subject line. As a subscriber, we'll keep it connected with the far corners of the PlayStation world. She may seem shy at first, but that didn't stop her from becoming a headliner at New York's world-famous Roxy nightclub, with her band Milk Can led by Masaya Matsura. She's got groupies, she's got swag. She's starring in a video game and getting great press.
It is a very, very fun and addicting and awesome game. It's a perfect sequel to Parappa the Rapper.
Lammy rocks!
Lammy rock! Lammy rock!
Here are highlights of her concert premiere.
She's on the border. No shedding tears. Though is real near. Try to shift into gear. That's when I see you coming. Prevent me from running. All of this hype all around. Seems like a waste of time.
Her name is Lammy. She's one musician you'll be hearing more from, if a taste for racing expensive motorcycles doesn't do her in first. Have you ever had days where you felt a little too small for the task, and the world seems like it could be run by evil pigs in hiding? Your best response just might be a big sense of humor, a lot of attitude, and a big head of day-glow pink hair. That's the world of Tomba, a defiant jungle boy and a platform adventure that wowed the reviewers last year with great gameplay. And now its famous designer, Takura Fujiwara, has come back with Tomba 2, The Evil Swine Return.
I believe in always trying things I've never done before. Tomba is humorous and warm-hearted, a complete opposite of games I've designed in my past like Resident Evil and Ghosts and Goblins.
The original Tomba won praise from many reviewers for delivering the pure fun of classic 2D side-scrollers modified with some 3D elements. Tomba 2 takes this concept into full 3D with a twist.
There are a lot of free-roaming games out there, but some have forgotten the real essence of gameplay, which the best 2D games have. In Tomba 2, there's a linear path down which the character moves, so gameplay is more exact and challenging. Yet it takes place in a 3D world, so we can move the camera all over. It's the best of 2D and 3D together. Another way the Tomba series is different is the event system. Many other games have action from beginning to end with just one way through. Tomba has some mandatory events, but others are optional. You bump into them as you go. They surprise you. You can solve them in your own unique style, so everybody plays a slightly different game.
There are many other new features in Tomba 2 to check out. You get new weapons like hammers, an ice boomerang, and more. As you beat certain bosses, you can get clothes that give you new powers, like this flying outfit. The game, said one critic, proves once and again that Fujiwara-san is the master of creating a feeling of tight control.
I work to make sure there is no distance between your mind, the controls, and the character. You think it happens instantly.
He's been designing games for 10 years, including classics like Mega Man, Bionic Commando, Street Fighter, and Breath of Fire. What's changed about designing a game?
I still make games the same way, basically, but 10 years ago, one person could make a game. Now you need a team, even just to plan a game concept. More than 20 people are working on Tomba 2. It's been challenging. Our office even has nap rooms and showers on site for all-nighters. But I'm happy to say we're on schedule.
After 10 years, one of the world's experts at scaring people is becoming an expert at making them laugh. It's a new role that he likes.
People always ask how I came up with Tomba. I wanted a character everyone could identify with. When you're a kid, you're a smart aleck, but you're also completely innocent. That's who Tomba is, and I think there's some Tomba in all of us.
How do you kick butt as a kart racer? CTR, or Crash Team Racing, has been called by at least one reviewer the best kart game ever. Now it gives you even more ways to take on your friends. We asked the developers at Naughty Dog to show us why it's great, how to get the most out of it, and how you can get the inside edge that leaves your friends in the dust. When we caught up with them, they were trying to kick each other's butts at a nearby track.
Naughty Dog are huge fans of the kart racing genre. We're also extremely into multiplayer games, and we really wanted to bring the two of them to the PlayStation. And in America, this is the first time actually that it's really been done for the PlayStation. So far, the press has been extremely enthusiastic about the game. I think one of the things that they're most excited about, besides the technology and the fact that the engine is so beautiful and so clean and crisp, is the fact that there are so many options. You can either do arcade mode, which is just get in and race against other cars, and you can do that 1 or 2 player. You can go versus mode, 1, 2, 3, or 4 player, so you can play against your friends with a multi-tap. You can go time trial mode, which is just you and the course and your best time. There's a relic race, which allows you to race around the course, and there are time boxes set out that you can hit that kind of freeze the clock for a little bit of time, so it's a little bit more strategy. There's an adventure mode where you collect gems, you collect trophies, you collect the things that Crash games are famous for giving you, and go for that 100%. And then also there's a battle mode, which is kind of a totally different take on the racing, and you can go in with 1, 2, 3, or 4 players, and basically there's no finish line. There's just missiles, rockets, shields. It's a match to the last man standing, and we have a lot of options there for teams, 2-on-2, 3-on-1. We can do a lot of different things.
These two guys designed the torturous tracks that are going to challenge you. We asked them what will stand out and how you can get an edge.
I'm really proud about the big air. I think that the vertical gameplay in this racing game is something we've never seen before in any game, and the idea of the hang time meter and trying to get big jumps and trying to get big air so that you land and you get the big turbos. That we've seen people, they're just very addicted to trying to find places within the track that they can get larger jumps.
Some of the other things we tried to focus on was giving each track a specific theme. In the sewer round, there's a half pipe that you race in, going up and down on the turns and sort of catching air on the lips of the pipe. And then another themed level we have is the castle level, where essentially all of the turns are 90 degrees. So it's a lot of right angles that you have to navigate very quickly and sharply.
A lot of racing games really are about soft control, and you have to just like work really hard just to stay on the track. And we decided early on that we were going to give the player very tight control, and then within that, make the gameplay complicated so that you had to choose good lines and you had to avoid the obstacles and really work hard to maximize your lap times.
We've got a pretty sophisticated turbo system where the player can achieve turbos through at least 4 different ways. Through a combination of using all 4 types of those turbos, you can, on some tracks, almost be in a constant turbo for an entire lap.
One tip for being the best driver possible: you've got to hit the tops of the whoop-de-doos. You'll see like a bunch of bumps coming in a row. In order to really get off those, if you hit the back side of one, you're coming in, boom, you aren't moving forward anymore because you like slam into the back of it. So if you hit it, if you can nail the top of it, you come in and you'll like go over the top.
Something really cool about this game is that you can play with friends and select from more than 12 characters, including the bad guys. And there's a new bad guy, Oxide. Here's where he came from.
As we were building the space round, it just clicked. Everything fell into place. Why not an alien? Jason had the idea of 4 legs. Our Japanese producers had the idea of the very racer helmet-like design. Several American producers had the feedback of the dreads coming out of the sides of the helmet. It was a very good mix of all the input.
Before we left, we found out that the Naughty Dog developers created an exclusive download for subscribers like you.
As a special thank you to PlayStation Underground viewers for all your years of playing Crash games, we have on this PlayStation Underground a secret character that can be unlocked only with PlayStation Underground. Play it, tease your friends.
Tease your friends? Tease your friends? What could you possibly tease your friends about? CTR. It's no ordinary racing game, but the chance to take your friends on in the ultimate battle on wheels. Good luck kicking butt.
Yoricom Developments Limited Entertainment Software Games. Electronic fun for everyone.
reviewers last year with...
Welcome to Part 7 of Project Wormhole. In this issue, we've added an editor, enabling you to design, build, and play your own levels. In just about any game project, there will be a lot of work that needs to be done that will never be seen by the players of the game. All of the data for the game needs to be created somehow, and the creation of custom tools is often required. One of the most commonly created tools is a level editor. The level editor we created for Wormhole runs on the PlayStation, making it easy to see what the level you are working on will play like in the game. This also makes it possible for anyone with a PlayStation to make levels, so give it a try. It isn't easy to make a good level, so here are a few pieces of advice. The editor has a lot of different controls, so look over the control screens carefully before you start. It may be helpful to write some of them down, or go to www.playstation.com/wormhole for a more detailed description. Don't try to put too many enemies or obstacles in one place. Not only is this hard to survive in the game, but it can also cause the program to slow down. Be careful with sharp turns. It is hard to see around a sharp corner, and if there are any obstacles right after the sharp corner, the level might be too hard. Remember to put in health and ammo, but not too much. You'll probably need to test play your level a few times before you find the right balance. Save your work often. Nothing is worse than working on something for hours only to lose it all when the power goes out. Next issue is the last installment of Wormhole, and we'll finally put all the pieces together into a finished product. Thanks for all of your great suggestions. Wormhole couldn't have been such a success without all of your help. If you have made a level that you think belongs in the finished game, check out www.playstation.com/wormhole for information on how to submit it.